Hey, Jenny Jones here. Hope everybody's doing well. I have had a serious, crazy week. Wanted to make sure everybody jumps in the room here. Got a couple announcements. I got a lot of good news coming. You guys hop in, let me know if you could hear me. Um, because again, I got a lot of crazy stuff happening. Wanted to do a free preview today. Want to share with you guys kind of some of the changes that are coming up and what I'm actually seeing in the markets and what I'm actually seeing in SaaS and AI and all that. Tap in, let me know when you guys are here. Streaming to you live, guys, live from both of my channels. Both of the channels have been growing, and I kind of want to start trying to merge the audiences just because my hat here looks crooked here. Yeah, and just I just kind of want to merge. I can hear you. All right, cool, cool, cool. Thanks, Carlos, for showing up. Yeah, I kind of I'm normally in the community. I don't see. Let me try to make sure that I connect up the community over there. See if you guys can start asking your questions over there. Let's get your questions out of the way first. Um, See if you guys got any questions. Let me see. Oops. I got like three monitors. Well, actually, four monitors in front of me right now. I'm trying. It's funny. It's like I'm at a chef at a and we just got a rush hour in. I got everything going on here. So let me try to make sure I get these people hooked up here and kind of let them know where we're at. You guys go ahead and ask your questions you may have. Hey, C Store, how did you guys find me? You guys just saw that I was going live from the channel. Yeah, because I got like 100 things going on. So let's get into it. This has been a somewhat this has been one of those weeks, right? And if you're in my community, you say, man, Jenny was hot for a while, then he disappeared, and now he's back. I got so many things happening in front of me right now. Let me actually post this. Let me get you guys. I want to make sure I get your questions here. If any questions come up, I want to make sure I'm connected here. Boom, boom, boom. All channels. All right, cool. Um, Good day. Where are you at? Malaysia? You're in Malaysia? 4:11 a.m. Saturday morning. What are you doing there? Uh oh, Carlos. Thanks, Carlos, for helping everybody out. Yeah, let me let me put the let me put the let me put the chat in there. Yeah, so I got some. I don't know if I have bad news. I think I have good news, then I have great news. So I don't know where you guys want me to start. Um, all right, yeah, he put it in there. Thanks, Carlos. You the man. Yeah, he said you was the man. You the man. All right, so yeah. All right, so all right. Now I got all that settled up. Carlos hooked me up. Man, thanks, Carlos, man. I owe you one, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I kind of changed up a little bit today. I wanted to bring I'm going to be bringing so here's what's going to happen, right? Um just popped up, said me tap in. All right, appreciate you tapping in from Malaysia. Man, we got people tapping in from Malaysia. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so listen. All right, I got good news and I got great news. So he says, start with the bad, get over it with. Well, I don't really have bad news. I said I have good news and I have great news. So which one do you guys want first? All right, so here's the deal, right? Let me just kind of tell you how do I say this? Maybe um I had a short presentation. I don't know if I really want to do that. Just spit it out, Jenny. Just spit it out, right? I know that's what some of you guys. Just spit it out, dude. Just spit it out. Kentucky, what's up, Mario? Uh, what's going on? All right. So here's the here's the good news. Um, I am going to be expanding, right? It's like, what do you mean expanding? This the good news, right? The good news is I'm going to be expanding. So I realize what's been going on, right? You guys know I'm a stockbroker. You know I'm an IT guy. You know I'm a marketing guy. You guys know all these things about me. Those of you guys who follow me. So I've been watching the market, right? And if you guys don't have my newsletter, you need to make sure you get that. Carlos is he's gonna make sure that you guys get that. I think it's get dot Jenny Jones newsletter. I think that's what it is. Get the newsletter because there's a lot of things that's changing before your very eyes. And I want to make sure you guys don't miss out. Definitely with me because I'm doing a lot of stuff, man. I'm being pulled in a lot of different directions, and I can appreciate it because yeah, I think it's what is it? It's what is the link? Let me see if I can put that in there. No, what is the link? Let me see. One more link. Oh, it's get dot jennyjonesnewsletter.com. So let me put that in there. Let me put that in there. Let me see, let me see, get dot Jenny Jones newsletter.com. Oh, forward slash subscribe. Subscribe. All right. So, first of all, make sure you get that, right? Make sure you get, make sure you subscribe and get that. So, you guys make sure you get that because I got a lot of things that's changing. I got a lot of things happening. I just want to make sure that everybody gets it. All right. So, you make sure you get on the newsletter. Here's why. I have I've seen the transformation of what's going on, right? Um, Software as a service has changed, the lifetime deal market has changed, and they're both converging, and it's AI is uh is the denominator, right? That's at the bottom, right? You know how you're in a division, is like, hey, what's the denominator? The denominator, numerator, was it the denominator? Yeah, the numerator was both SaaS and it was both AI, but the denominator is, I mean, it was both SaaS tools and it was both LTD tools or lifetime deal tools. So those two set at the top. Underneath the bottom is AI. I am what I've been able to do with AI. I've kind of pushed all my chips, not some of them, but all of my chips to the middle. So if we're doing Texas Hold'em, I push there. They says, "Hey, Jenny, what are you gonna do? You could either push all your chips to the middle and let the river come, or see what happens." Right. So I pushed all my chips to the middle, and it's all AI. And the reason why is because some of the AI tools that I have and I've had access to, some of the vibe coding tools, I've been able to create some of the most fantastic um, software tools that so what I've basically taken some of the tools that I'm using already, and those are some of the things I'm gonna be wanting to talk to you guys about. That's why I said you need to get on the newsletter because I'm doing a lot more stuff. I got an AI growth school coming. I got so I AI. If you want to follow AI, there's a lot of voices you can follow in AI. There's some people just talking about the hype. I'm actually showing how you can make money with AI. So I'm not here downing anybody else. I'm just letting you know what I'm going to be doing, right? I'm going to be showing people how to make money, how I've always shown people. Anytime you follow all my channels, I'll toss out little carrots. Hey, you can make money here, you can make money there, you can make money anywhere. My thing is, I have been doing, um, I've kind of been in this AI game. I'm not even going to lie. When I say deep, probably about the last 6 to 8 months deep, but I started, started about a year ago, but 8 months or so when I started getting my hands on the vibe making tools and things like that, I started to discover this connection. I'm like, oh, well, tools don't really go away. But what I'm doing, I'm showing my community, my clients, and they'll tap in here, my community here, those who are here, Carlos, whether it be C Store or whether it be Anthony, Blueprint, they'll tell you I've been able to take my tools, then extend them, right? So I'm already using a tool. I'm already paying for a tool, maybe monthly. But how do I make that tool? How do I put a quote unquote um, customize it that my clients will love it? and it creates kind of a moat around it. I just create a tool. I create my own SaaS tool around it, and I include that in the cost. So I'm showing people how to do that. So if you're going to be following me, I'm all about showing you guys how to make money, showing you how the tools that you really, really need. I got a lot more founders reaching out to me, says, "Hey, um, we want to do something with your community. We want to do something special." So I'm challenging you right now. Get the newsletter. You are going to want to um, you're going to want to get connected in on some of the things that I'm doing. So make sure you get the newsletter, right? So I want to take some of your questions. I think some of you guys may have had some questions earlier. So I just want to make sure that I get those out of the way. I've had a lot going on. I had some people in my community are asking me different questions. I don't want to, I'm going to talk at a 40,000 foot view level this more. I mean, today, I'm not going to go into the weeds on some of the tools, but I just kind of want to talk strategy with you guys. All right. So that was the good news. And I think I said, oh, the great news is I'm gonna be for my audience, those you guys been following me, some of you guys are gonna get lifetime deals from me. Some of you guys are gonna get hooked up, right? So you gotta make sure you're with the newsletter. My community, the ones that run with me now, they already know I'm gonna take care of them. Some of my full stack members out there, Carlos and Fred and Sister, all those guys, they already know they get everything that I do for free. They've been running with me the longest. So, Big Kev's world. What's up, man? What time is it there, Kev? All right. So now what I need you guys to do is so the great news is if you run with me, I'm going to show you how to make money with AI. There's a lot of people talking about it, but there's not a lot of people being about it. And I just want you to know that if you're following me, I've already made money with AI. I literally have. I've created 4 tools, customize them out. I'm going to show you guys shortcuts. I'm going to show you when to use different when you're building, using React, using some of the other types of setups, how to get your email set up correctly, how to get your super base, how to get your schema set up. I'm already over that stuff. So I'm going to be showing you guys that stuff. Oh, it's not too bad. You'll probably be going to bed soon. 8:20. You'll probably be going to bed soon. So yeah, so that's I had no bad news. C store, I had good news and I had great news. So the great news is if you continue to follow me on any channel, my platform is going to be expanding. When I say it's going to be expanding, I don't even want to get into the details now because I'll get scared when I think about it. But I was expanding a year and a half ago and I got lazy. I was like, I think people are satisfied with this. What I'm finding in what my community share with me and what some of the other people close to me is, dude, we want more from you. I'm like, more? I'm giving you guys all the juice that I can right now. They said, dude, we want more. I said, all right, fine. So I'm now expanding my community back up. So you got to be on the newsletter in the description here because I'm probably it's probably not going to start till maybe next week, but you're going to see a whole nother architect from me, right? Everybody still have what they have with me right now. You'll be fine. Everything's fine, but there's a whole nother level. We're here. I'm going to go here. So that's the great news. All right. So that's the great news for Kev and Carlos and C Store and all of that. So that might hit the club. The club, man. You normally in bed by 6:30, Kev. All right. So are there any high level tool questions, things of that nature? What I need you guys to know, if you don't understand anything else that I share with you today, and then, again, this is a free view, and I think a lot of the lives I'm going to be doing, I'm kind of moving them. I may be moving a lot of stuff to my own platform. I think people want some of the stuff I do, some stuff they don't want. So my interviews with founders, my deals with founders, and a lot of that stuff, I'm taking a lot of that stuff off of YouTube. I think YouTube is a good place to start for you guys to find out where I'm at. But I have 3 or 4 different private platforms that I like for you guys to come to because I don't want it to be open to everyone. I want it to be open to people that know and can run with me in the things that they understand that I'm doing. What happens is when people jump in out of nowhere, they see the search algorithm and says, "Oh, this person's talking about AI." And they hop on and they start. They don't know where I'm at. They don't know what I'm about. So I kind of like the private kind of setup, so we can talk about anything, right? One of the things I do want to talk to you guys about. One of the things I do want to talk to you guys about is the evolution of what has happened. Um, I don't know if I have a. Let me see if I can bring it up on this screen. Um, Let me see if I can bring it up on this screen. Give me a second here. Um, Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. How's everybody doing now? Everybody's good? Let's see if I can bring it up on the screen. Give me a second. Crap. Yeah, I kind of wanted to show you guys one element. Let me see. I don't know if it's going to work. Wait a minute. Is it working? Ah, I think it did work. Give me a second here. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. I think I may have a slide to show you guys. Yeah, I think I may have a slide. All right. All right. So let's talk about it here. Let me pull it up here. Let me share my screen with you guys. Are you guys ready? You guys should be excited. I'm excited, right? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Excited about what? All right. So you guys ready? All right. So you guys should be able to see. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can see my screen. Let me un let me hide that and put myself over here. All right. So and if you're interested, what I'm going to show you, I love this tool because I was able to create some things, put my ideas in there. It says, "Oh, you want us to create a side show for it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll show it to my I'll open office hours every Friday." So let me share with you guys what I found. So, and this is where we're at. And so, if nothing else, now I'm going to share with you that there's a lot of people talking about this, but no one's really figured it out. And the reason why I was able to kind of figure it out early on is because I am in the stock market. I know what's going on. I'm helping people invest. So the three revolutions in enterprise software, right? So you have the box to SaaS agents, right? So Kev, he's probably too young to remember when I had to buy Internet Explorer from a box, or every piece of software that I needed, I had to order it from a box off the shelf. So I would go inside the actual store, a Comp USA or something like that, and or Best Buy, and I have to buy it off the shelf, right? Or egghead.com or Egghead, right? I used to love that store. So I would go in there, I would buy it off the shelf, right? So I buy it off the shelf, bring it home, and I install it on my software, on my computer, mostly my PC, right? So it started out as being boxed. Hopefully you guys can see this. So it started off being boxed, right? Then around um I think around 2000, what was it? 2004, 5, I can't remember. They started coming out with SaaS, meaning that you no longer had to buy it. You no longer had to buy it from the store. You can just uh you can just subscribe to it and it comes from the cloud and it pushes down into your browser, right? So that came, right? Then now what we have is we have AI native, right? Fewer operators, automated decisions, autonomous actions, closed loop learning. So now you can run things on your desktop for you. hey, I want to wake up, I want to have 5 emails written, I just want to review them, right? Or I want you to go through my emails, tell me which emails are important for me, things of that nature, right? What's happening is all of this SaaS has been around, software as a service. Now it's just called software as a, it's SAS, software as a, I forget. Gosh, I can't think of the name right now. They're calling it software. It's not. It's software as served. I think it's software as served or something like that. They've taken one of the S's or one of the A's are gone. Now it's just software as served. So you only pay for software as it's served to you. So now when you do the tokenization and you guys are doing the tokens and stuff, you only pay for what's served back to you. So that's kind of where that methodology is coming from. So it's changing, right? Let me see. All right. So we talked about it again. It was the box software, perpetual licenses, and so on and so forth. All these things they've changed. You no longer have to buy them off the box. You've changed from the SaaS. You no longer change from the SaaS now. Now it's going to AI and AI agents, things of that nature. I'm going to help you. If you're going to be running with me, we're going to be right there with you, right? So these are just some different things. Used to cost so much for the software to prepackage off the shelf. And then they talked about how there was a lot of disruption just moving from the box software to the SaaS software. So and again, I just wanted to kind of just share with you guys kind of where we're going with all of this. And where'd it go? Let me see. Yeah, and so things are changing. The scale, the behavior, work anywhere, do all these different things now. But what's going to happen is massive markets are going to be disrupted. A lot of the larger companies, and I'm not saying this, the experts are saying this, but companies that you use now, your Adobe, right? PDFs will always be around. They always have that license to that technology, but Adobe Suite and all those things you're paying for, maybe even Canva to a certain extent, a lot of those tools are going to see a dramatic shift. But what they're saying is, what the experts are saying, this disruption happened so fast from 2024 to now. The AI disruption has happened. It has grown faster than anything we've seen in the past. Here's what you need to understand, right? As I kind of get out of this, let me get back to where I was. Um, Here's what you need to understand. Yeah, ASA, is that what it is? ASA? Yeah, it's AI service. Something. No, I thought it was SAS. I don't know. I have to look that up. It may be ASA service. May have to look at that. You're right. Somebody got AOL. All right. So what's gonna happen is oh, we'll talk about the Hay Summit. So what's gonna happen is your business as you know it is going to change. Here's what's going to happen, and here's the good and the best news that you'll probably hear if you're still on here. The room for small to medium sized businesses. That means you, all of you guys following me and in my communities and in my cohorts. This is your time. You've been waiting for your time. This is your time. And what I mean by that is this is going to separate a lot of people. No, not software as a service. No, it's not. It's not that anymore. They changed it with the AI. It's a new one. I have to think of it. I can't remember it. I have to go back to it. I have to look at it. Um, but what's happening is if you run a small to medium sized business, you're on. So they say, all right, who's up next? You're up next, right? So you guys will be the studio producers. You guys will be the commercial producers. You guys will be the content producers on a higher scale. You just got to be knowledgeable. You got to know how to price your stuff. You got to know how to integrate Stripe in or some of the other payment processors. You got to know how to set up your own SaaS or software as a service. And those are the things I'm going to be teaching you guys when you guys run with me. Definitely in my AI growth school. So are there any questions? Now you guys are up. You guys been wanting your chance. Your chance is now. Your chance is now. This is your chance. What you don't want to do is when we have this seismic shift in the next 2 to 3 years, and everybody is now getting it. Everybody's now getting into running their own business, running a side hustle. You want to already be ahead of those people. So now's your chance. So you need to hop in now and get in it now as we continue to go. So um your chance is here. I've been reading, I've read, I've researched, done some other things and looked at some other things. You guys been wanting your chance? Well, your chance is here. You can't say I didn't tell you. And I'm going to be doing a lot more things to position you guys to win and to make money. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up, right? I want to make sure that I get, let YouTube know that it's about to go down on this channel. Those of you guys who are following these channels or what have you, I may be merging my channels. I'm not really certain. I like the separate audiences, but there's really no need to have a separate audience anymore. That's why you got to get the newsletter, because my newsletter is gonna be able to share everything that I'm doing. Put that back up here. Put my newsletter back up here. Get.jennyjonesnewsletter.com. I'm going to be dropping some juice. All right, questions, right? So Big Kev, hey, I've been selected. I don't know how many people have been selected, but I have been selected as a beta tester for Hey Summit. So more to come on that. It's just, hey, you're in, you've been selected. I was like, all right, cool. They said they weren't gonna have that many, but they did want some people that was gonna be committed to it. So Hey Summit came out with their own streaming platform, kind of like the one that I'm on right now. It's similar to that, but it's built into the Hey Summit ecosystem. So I was on their live stream yesterday, got a chance to look at it. I'm on a different system today, so I don't have a look at it. I took a screenshot of it. I don't have it on in front of me right now, but you'll be able to see that when it happens. All right. So so that's what I kind of have, Big Kev. That's what I have. That's the what's going on there. So that was what happened with Hey Summit. Anything else? There's what I will say, and there's a couple of things that I'm looking for when I'm looking for tools, or if I'm going to subscribe to tools. I'm looking for a couple of things. One of the things is bring your own key, right? BYOK, bring your own key. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for the back end to be open, whether it's some type of webhooks or some type of what do we call that? What is that called that we said we liked? Uh Michael or Big Kev or Carlos. What is that called when we like the back end, when we can extend it? What is that called? I can't even think of it right now. The name escapes me right now. The name escapes me. Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what is that called? Give me a second here. Let me see. So I'm liking things that have hold on. What is that called? API. Thank you. You guys be looking out for me. You guys already know. How is Tubical working for you guys? Yeah, I mean, I that was Tubical I just shared. I think Tubical, I really, really like it. API. Thank you, Mar. Yeah. So API. So I'm looking for tools. I'm looking for tools that have APIs. I'm looking for tools that have webhooks, right? I'm looking for tools that have bring your own key, right? I'm looking for tools that have longevity, right? I want tools that's going to be able to survive in the SaaS disruption, because it's going to be hard, because anybody can create any tool on the fly. There's going to be some tools that have very unique, they're going to be positioned very uniquely. I want to look at what their offer is. I want us to look at their pricing, and I'll be able to make the determination, hey, is this company going to be around? Is this tool going to be around? and then I start extending that tool and started making money off of that tool. I do want hub tools that I can kind of branch off and do different things from. I kind of liked all-in-ones. Um, I'm a big all-in-one fan. If the deal is fair, I kind of do want that. So I'm looking for very unique tools. Also, I'm looking for the activity from founders. I don't like when founders just show up and then you never hear from them again. I love the founders that give me an update every Friday. I think Press Ranger is a good one. Every day, every Friday, it says, "Hey, these are updates Fridays. This is what's going on." So I really, really like that. I think founders need to do that a lot more because I need to know, dude, are you disappearing? One thing I don't want is for a founder to send me a welcome sequence, right? To send me a welcome sequence. Hey, hey, today's the second day. We've added this feature because it isn't. Now I go through the welcome feature of 1 week and then I don't hear from them ever again. The next thing I hear from them is like, we're shutting down business, or that what they'll do is they'll shut down a business to start another business, right? That has then now that they've figured out where their cash flow and their run rate is, it says, if we could tear this business down and start all over again, we would start with a business that does X. And that's the thing. You have to figure out what founders where they're coming from when they kind of do that. I mean, myself being a founder, I switch directions. Um, but I always want to make sure that people are being benefited. That's always run with me. And I always try to take care of the people that's been running with me. I don't want to just toss those people to the side. I want to make sure that I take care of those people. And as a founder, there's some founders just don't believe in it. They're like, we'll just unplug everything, right? It costs too much to do, it costs too much to put our stuff on the servers at AWS, or it costs too much to put our stuff at Google Cloud. And so we no longer want to play anymore. We'll take our sandbox and we'll take our shovels out of the sandbox and we'll leave. So um yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Those are the kind of tools that I want to use that I can extend, right? I definitely want to get what I want in my tools, I want extension and I want girth and I want flexibility. Those are the types of tools I'm looking at, right? Another thing is a lot of tools will come out and they say we're AI, right? This has been this is one of the things I've gotten caught up in. I want to say maybe the last 6 months, last 3 to 6 months, is they say they do AI, right? And I go in and I'm looking for the same kind of power that I would get when I'm using the AI tools on their own. If I'm using an Anthropic, I mean, if I'm using a Claude, or if I'm using a Perplexity on their own, or a Gemini, and then I go into the tool and I don't get that same kind of power, I see a significant drop off. And they're like, oh, we have our own fruit salad that we've put together, right? I'm testing those tools. When they say we do AI, I'm going into them. If you can't deliver on the same level that I can get an Anthropic or a Perplexity on their own, then I'm not interested, right? Because I can do that on my own. Now, if you're going to give me those models, if you're going to give me multi models, I love tools that give me multi models, right? You're going to give me, I can choose because I think models kind of have their strengths and their weaknesses. Um, so yeah, so I like the multi-model. I don't like when they just have we have our own proprietary LMM. I'm like, yeah, okay, right? Because I don't know what it's costing them to produce those tokens, right? And so that's kind of been throwing me off a little bit as well. So make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. So again, is there anything else that we should be liking? We've already said it. I said bring your own key. I said API. I said webhooks. I said I like multi-use tools, right? The more I can get out of one tool, right? If you're just the best, if you make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that does me no good. But if you say, no, we make multi sandwiches, you don't want ham and cheese, right? You want a cheese sandwich, right? You want a lettuce sandwich, you want a protein sandwich. Now you're a sandwich shop. I can deal with that. But if you just say, nah, we just do peanut butter and jelly, that's all we do. Now, if you just do peanut butter and jelly, then do I get all the jellies? Do I get different types of bread? Right? Do I, do I get other things that come with the jelly? Can I get a jelly donut on the side? Can I, give me that, but don't give me, hey, all we do is this and that's all we do. Those days are over. Those are done. So automation, right? So automation, I think by now, and you guys can let me know, right? Make sure you guys give me the thumbs up, don't forget. But I think you guys know by now that tools should have a basic level of automation, right? And I'm spoiled by the automation tools that I use. And I see your automation, and it's like it it'll give me like a fork. It says if the person says yes, then do this. The person says no, then do that. You can't help me. Not at this stage, not with the things that I'm doing. I need variations. I need a smart tool that says, hey, we gathered the sentiment in your email. So we sent them down this track. This is a track that we try to recover them. We wrote an email for them automatically. We want the email to say, hey, sorry to hear that. Is there anything we can do? Can we offer you a discount code to stay with us one more month? Can we offer you the calendar to the founder? Those types of tools. I need smart tools. I don't need automation is one thing, and I get it because we'll say, hey, it's one thing, but is it smart automation? Right. And I think that's something that we should be looking for in our tools. So my level, right, is going to be going here. So either you guys are gonna run with me or you be like, man, Jenny's is going, he's too far here. And that's okay. Just tap out, right? Just when you're doing the MMA, be like, hey, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. Because I'm going here with the things they're going to be learning and things they're going to be doing. Uh I do have it's so much, right? My email box, my DMs from LinkedIn are just there's so many founders. There's so many. I'm not exaggerating. They want to say, hey Jenny, we want you, we want your audience, we want to see your community, we want them to see this tool. Like, dude, everybody wants my community to see this. It's nah, you have a different level of community. They're not bashers, they're people that are really genuinely want to use a tool, want to genuinely grow. I was like, well, that's all I run with. I don't run with clowns. I don't run with uh that people that don't understand and respect the hustle, right? So most of you guys got that from me, but that's who I run with, right? I run with people that want to make it happen. I run with people that want to make their bank accounts move, right? Because if your bank account isn't moving, then why are you running with me? Because my bank account is moving. I'm trying to show you the strategy and share the strategies that I'm using to make your bank account move, right? Those are my community. They know, right? Kev, Mike, and them, they know. Carlos and them, they're like, man, come on, man. I'm just every day, every week, I'm dropping new. Hey, here's a way you can try this, or you can try that. Here's a tip here. Here's a tip there. All right. So, any last minute questions on any? I kind of don't really want to talk tools today. Any particular tools? Not on this free look office hours, but every week I'm still going to be bringing office hours to you. I am going to be demoing Hey Summits new tool. So maybe next office hours, I may just display it on that. And I'm not even gonna have that open to everyone. I'm gonna be demoing that as well. I don't know that I'm gonna need that because I have other streaming platforms. Definitely the one that I'm on now. I just absolutely love. I'm so comfortable with it. But I got three, four more live stream software tools. Um, I remember that was all the rage back when COVID was happening, but we're so far removed from COVID. That was 4 years ago. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know, it was a while ago, but there's been so many tools that come out that's doing it and it's doing it well, right? So, um, any other super, super high level questions? Uh, any other? I'm doing scraping services, so I'm playing with Browser Act for this. Listen, let me tell you. Let me tell you what I created with BrowserAct, right? Ah, I gotta save it for the classes, man. You guys want me to tell you? You guys want to know what I did? All right, so uh, and I asked C Store, right? Michael, I was like, Michael, man, what's up with BrowserAct? This dude swore by BrowserAct. He says, "Oh, it's all right. I use it and blah blah blah. It's easy to use." I'm like, "Yeah, but what does it do?" So one thing I can tell you about BrowserAct, right, is BrowserAct can scrub any website. The websites that have the captcha on it, the captcha, where's the train at, or how many bikes do you see in a crosswalk, or how many stoplights do you see, how many motorcycles you see. That's the captcha. That's the stuff that stops websites kind of from browsing their website. They put captchas on them and stuff like that. Well, Browser Act can get around that. It's the craziest thing, right? So we can get around that. So Browser Act can kind of get around that. And I created, so what I did, Carlos, you'll appreciate this. Did I tell you that already? I'll send you a message. But what I did was I put a wrapper. I put a I went into Greta, right? And you guys are gonna learn so much more. I'm gonna be dropping tools in front of you. I'm gonna be giving you special discounts and access to them. So I dropped Greta, and what I did was, because Browser Act has an open API on the back end. And one of the tips I'm going to give you guys, just for hanging out this long today, right? For hanging out for this long, is if you find the API documentation, I'm gonna give you guys this one. And these are some of the things that I'm talking about. If you find the API documentation for a particular website, for a particular software, and they will open their API document. You got to be leery of those that don't open their API documentation, right? So if they have an API documentation, and a lot of them don't want you in the back end of their stuff going in and finagling around, and I get it. Some software I don't think you need API access to, right? So, and there's a cost with stuff hitting your server. So you need to know that. So if a company says, "Hey, we don't open our API," they're running a low budget shop. We don't want everybody hitting our API. We don't want our server to keep getting hit with requests and gets and puts. We don't want them to be hitting and that's a fair statement. But what I did was I put a wrapper on it to go out and find, for a particular company, right? Let's say the company is, let's say it's a plumber, right? Let's say it's a plumber. And you want to get the plumber, but this guy, he's on Google My Business. He's on some of these other sites. Everybody's giving him a 2-star or 1-star or whatever. What I wanted to do is, I'm building this right as we speak. I want my app to go out and look for all the reviews for this particular person and then give me a summary view, right? And then read them. Are they really good? Or people just saying, "Hey, he came over, he stepped on my cat's foot. It was an accident, but he still stepped on my cat's foot. So that's why I'm gonna mark him down." Like, what? You're gonna give that person a low rating because they stepped on your cat's foot by accident? Yeah, he still did a good job though. See, we got to get some of the power back. So what I created, Carlos, is I created an app that gives me the true view of what their ratings are. You like that one? I know you like that one, Carlos. I know you're like, wait a minute, what? This guy did what? But I built the app to do that. I didn't. So again, I'm making my own app, and then I'm reselling it as an up premium service to some of my clients. Says, hey, you want a true view? You can get that. That's an additional $7, $8 a month. That's what I'm going to be talking about. That's what we're going to be doing here. Questions, comments. You like that one? I know you like it, Carlos. You're like, yeah, I like that one. What do you think about that one, Mike? Yeah, because they have an open API. And so the secret I wanted to tell you guys is not really a secret, but you take the URL of the API documentation. You take the API and you put that in your vibe code or your builder. This is the stuff I'm going to be teaching you guys I'm gonna just give you this one here. You take that in there and you tell the LMM, whether it's Claude or ChatGPT or Perplexity, you tell it to read it. Read this API. Can I do this? Can I do that? It says, yeah, you can do that. And it says, all right, I want to build an app that allows people to log in that they can do this and they can do that. Reading the API, can I do that? It was like, yeah, you can do that. So instead of you trying to figure out what the API or application programming interface, which is really how tools talk to each other, right? You take the API and you say, all right, ChatGPT, read this API. I want to do this. I want to connect A with B and then add C on top and then put a login screen on it. And then when I put the login screen on, I want to add a Stripe payment here. And then I want to have 3 tiers. And it'll be like, oh, okay. Looks like we can do that. Looking at their API, we can do that. You're going to add this. Then you say, all right, I want to build a React. I want to build a React table on this, or I want to build an there's a new one that I just discovered where it's I some stuff I just want to be ran in a on a not on a desktop. So I could create the interface just for the phone. I want this to be for a phone because I want people to be on the phone. So now there's a new chat program that I'm putting in. I mean, a chat command. And again, you guys are going to get all this. You guys have been running with me. We're going to do it. So make sure you hang in there. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter because all the changes are going to happen there. I'm in too many places at once. I give everything in my newsletter. My newsletter is going to be it's going to be 50-50. It's going to at least be 50% AI and 50% tools. And maybe no, that's 250%. Can't do that. Maybe it's going to be a third. No, maybe 25%. So 25% AI, 25% tools, 25% of what I'm doing, 25% of what's coming out, what to look for, and so on and so forth. All right. So those are that's the deal on it right there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. You guys should be able to hear me. Let me see. Yeah. All right. So that should be it. Let me see. I can't even. What's going on here? Mm-hmm. What the hell is going on? I have no idea what happened. I was. Can you guys hear me? I was choking out my band. Man, I had so much going on, and then I think my wife hopped on with her YouTube madness she does. I think she kind of dogged me out there. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? You guys still should be able to hear me. Can you guys hear me? Should be good to go. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys do a last minute check as we wrap up here? Um, are we still up? Can you guys hear me as I wrap up? I'm going to wrap up here. You guys still there? Can everybody hear me? Bueller? Anyone? Am I still here? I think I'm still here. Let me see. You guys still should be able to hear me. Carlos, can you guys hear me? C Store, can you guys hear me? Um. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm still here. Yeah. it bumped me out. Like I said, I think something happened. I was like, what the heck is going on? So, all right, cool. All right. So, any other questions? Everybody's good. Everybody's great. All right. So that's what's going on. So make sure you guys subscribe to my newsletter. I got a ton of stuff happening. The industry is changing, right? What I don't want, here's what I don't want. Here's what I don't want. I don't want to say, I'm not the one to say I told you so because I just don't like doing that. I don't like rubbing it in people's face, but the industry is changing and it's changing very fast. The adoption, the adoption for AI, right? Let's go for SaaS. The adoption for SaaS was 5, 6 years, right? From Box, NetWare, the old, all that to cloud to standalone internet boxes and all that. That took about 5 years. And that was a transition. The transition to AI was about a year. That it's out of everything, like moving to internet and boxes and everything. And it has taken 1 year to disrupt multiple upon multiple industries right now. So I'm telling you guys, this is, and you guys have been hearing it and you've been seeing it, and people have been putting up commercials, and you got all these old heads out here saying, oh, you need to be in the AI. Yeah, really? Do you understand it? I'm in it every day. I understand the power of it. And I'm telling you right now, it's serious to where you may at your work be replaced or displaced or substituted for. The only thing you have to be concerned with, as I wrap up with this, the only thing you have to be concerned with is it won't replace you if you work with it and work alongside it. If you put up a refusal, I refuse to learn AI, I refuse to get involved, I refuse. If you do that, you're toast because that's how fast it's moving. So and again, I got some other programs that's coming up. I'm going to put you in the driver's seat for work and side hustle. So that's going to be our focus in 2026. I want to be more efficient at work. I don't want to be flexing at work where I'm so ahead of everybody else, because what you're going to find at work is everybody's going to be using Microsoft Copilot, right? Because they put guardrails on it. They don't allow you access to the internet. They want to do data protection and proprietary. So a lot of companies don't want their information on the web. So Microsoft Copilot has really been the de facto standard for a lot of Fortune 500 or a lot of major corporations. So most people have access to on your job at your 9 to 5 every day right now is more than likely Copilot. But Copilot is just here. I'm going to be looking at other stuff here and other stuff here, and I'm going to be doing some certification stuff. I do have a camp that's coming up where I'm going to teach you how to build your own SaaS. I'm going to be giving certifications for that because we're going to be all into it. Everybody's good. Give me a thumbs up before you guys leave. I look forward to seeing you guys. Um, I may do a couple of live office hours, but I'm going to probably have my own platform. Once you subscribe, you're probably just going to become my own proprietary platform where you'll be able to see my live streams as well. If you're part of my community and so on and so forth, we can talk different language. I have different languages for some of my communities because I have lifetime deal communities, I have SaaS communities, I have AI communities. I'm going to be merging all you guys together because everything is merging anyway. So when I start talking to you, I'll be talking in different languages. I want to start making sure I can unify the languages, right? So, all right, you guys have been good. Thank you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you guys know. We'll be in touch. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for showing up. All my peeps showed up for me. Carlos, C Store, Kev, Big Kev's World, Hourglass showed up. Who else showed up? Who are my other peeps? I guess that was really it from the community. Tall Boy showed up for me. Appreciate you. All right. You guys have been great. Take care. Goodbye for now.